now listening to the Michigan Motormouth Podcast, where running your mouth and sports are married together for an absolute dumpster fire of a production. This is your one-stop shop for all sports topics in the state of Michigan, minus that team up north. Go Blue. Without further ado, let's get this shit show started. Welcome to the Michigan Motormouth Podcast.
Michigan Motormouth Podcast. We are in here. We are back. Episode 3.
Episode 3, baby. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Do it, man. Team's still undefeated. I mean, the Lions ain't played since the last time we was on here, but we are still undefeated. So,
Feels
yeah,
good to
man.
say that.
Crazy times to be a Michigan fan, a Lions fan.
Sir.
We
Yes,
love
sir.
it. So we're going to jump right into the episode today, guys. First of all, once again, we appreciate everybody that's tuning in with the listens, the likes, the feedbacks. We finally got an episode up on YouTube. We had about 60 views before I checked in today. That's huge, man. It doesn't
little by little.
Yeah, there's people out there doing millions, but I'm gonna take 60. I was hype about 60. I'm happy, so I appreciate y'all so much. So we're gonna dive right in. We're gonna do a little Michigan recap to start out. Michigan came out, another strong game. Not a blowout by any means, I would say, but it was foot on the gas pedal, do your job, get the job done.
Definitely. Another didn't cover the spread game, but
man, that made me so. I'm
hey,
done.
Hey,
I'm done betting on my boys. I should have knew better.
We will take it. Again. We got that assistant coach coming in. We got a new assistant coach for this one.
Yep.
They came in. So hey, Michigan looked good. JJ McCarthy, man, he was on fire. 22 for 25. You can't get any better than that. That's like throwing a perfect game damn near at baseball, right?
Yeah, and I'm gonna read off his stats for the first 2 games real quick. My man's is 48 for 55 for 558 yards, 5 touchdowns, no picks.
0.
No picks. No
0
picks. My man is playing out of his mind. Granted, I know we talked about this first 2 episodes. We're not playing against anybody yet. But to go out there and literally have 7 incompletions for 2 games to start the season is unheard of. It's unheard of.
Exactly. Damn near 90? I'm just guessing out there 97% accuracy for last game.
On the season, he's 87.3, averaging 10 yards a pass, 5 touchdowns, a QB rate of 202. Not bad for my man to come in and just ball out. I mean, he did absolutely amazing. He, like you said, he was 22 for 25, 278, 2 touchdowns. We're not, I think they are starting to spread the ball around a little more. We're seeing them, do a lot of dump offs, start using the tight ends a little more. But I'm a firm believer in we're not going to really see what this offense is made of till we get into Rutgers, and maybe not even Rutgers, depending on how good they are when Big Ten play starts. But we went out there, we dominated the game. We had 313 total passing yards, 179 rushing yards, total 492. We held them to 61 yards rushing, which majority of that came in the fourth quarter when we started getting
time.
Yeah, we're starting to get some backups and get some young guys in there.
Yeah.
They did throw for 168, but it's just one of those games, man, where like once we got that comfortable lead, it's kind of like we're gonna cruise. We're gonna be kind of pedestrian, as we would say. Yeah, get the W. One guy that I'm excited about, man, this was my breakout player of the year from episode 1. Roman Wilson is second in the nation for touchdowns right now with 5 in 2 games. Mind you, the guy that's in first has 6 and has played 3 games.
Hey.
So, I mean, my man is showing out.
He got 2 more coming.
Yeah, and this week we got Bowling Green. I think this is an even higher spread than the first two games. But night game, 7:30 kickoff. I think it's on Big Ten Network, so that'll be fun to watch. Night games are always fun. I feel bad for like the season ticket holders that pay so much money for them tickets, and their experience for the night game so far this year is going to be Bowling Green.
Bowling Green.
Bowling Green. And I'm not sure if you've been down the highway going through Ohio. You are literally driving through fields and there's nothing. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh shit, is that a football stadium? Oh, that's Bowling Green. Sitting on the highway. So I mean, it'll be fun to watch. I know there was some talk this week about I've been wanting to see Alex Orji play at quarterback. Freak show. Wondering why he hasn't played the first two games. Huge discussion when we were watching the game. Somebody got cussed out this week because Harbaugh came out and said, we made a substitution mistake. He was supposed to play, but we will be getting him in the game this week. How much, we don't know. It depends on how the game goes. Mind you, we're 40-point favorites, but, you still don't know. We were supposed to beat Appalachian State by 28-2, and we lost. So got to play every game as they come.
Let's not bring that up. Let's not bring up that.
You ain't got. I was there. I was at the game.
No, yeah. Hopefully he does get some. Yeah, definitely. I hope he does get some playing time this game. Definitely see a little bit of what he has to offer. Since JJ's out there shining. So
yeah, and don't get me wrong. Like there is not ever going to be a quarterback controversy this year. That's not even an option. Nope. But from everything we've heard, and obviously a lot of that is media hype, right? Like hyping up what's going on, what he did in the workouts, what he can do with his 40 time, his vertical. It doesn't make you a dominant quarterback to come in. I'm just more interested to see, like, okay, you're that good, you're that much of an athlete. I want to see what you can do. We don't have a starter for next year. You've got to have somebody that has experience. It's not very often. Like we have the huge kid coming in. Of course, I'm gonna forget his name now. I could tell any other time, but right now, coming in next year, 5-star kid coming in at quarterback. But I mean, it is so rare that freshmen come in and dominate in Division I, Big Ten football, any Division I football. So we need that kid to get some snaps. If he's gonna be the guy, let's see what you got. So Roman Wilson looked good. He had 5 targets, 4 catches, 89 yards, 2 touchdowns. I thought Cornelius Johnson looked good too. He had 5 for 82. I mean, we spread the ball all over. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 different guys with catches in this game.
That's
so
beautiful.
Yeah, Colston Loveland only had 2 for 6. We didn't see much from the tight ends this week. One guy that I don't know what it is, but man, Donovan Edwards ain't done a thing this year.
Doing that. I don't know if they're just trying to give some reps to Blake Corum to kind of get him started, because obviously he's our 1A guy. Donovan Edwards is our 1B guy, but he hasn't done. He caught quite a few passes out the backfield this game. Yeah, he got 5 receptions, but didn't do nothing with them. He had like small receptions. Didn't go much, but yeah, I mean he's our third down back getting those receptions. So
yeah,
but and then you got just Blake Corum just taking all the goal line touches.
That's just Blake. Blake is such a beast, man. And more than just he had 15 carries, 80 yards, and 3 touchdowns. So he had to make up for week 1 with them 3 tutties. But with Donovan, it's like there's way too much talent for me to even be absolutely worried at all, right? And if you watch the games and like the runs he did have, I mean, he's 1 missed tackle away from busting that boy for 80 yards. So it's like, I get it. Football is a game of inches, but it's you still got to produce. You still got to put it out there. You still got to not worried at all. I know he showed up on the big stage every time we needed him last year. So I think he keeps going. Obviously he keeps going. He ain't going nowhere because he's too talented, but it's just so disappointing, man. 6 carries for 9 yards. That's
I can go out there and do that, man.
No, come on now. Lou, come on, Lou. We both know neither one of us we'd be at negative
right.
15. I'm gonna get the handoff and drop. You ever seen some of them dudes out there? Yeah, right. So it's good, man. I like it. It's we're not really seeing any competition yet. It's still so early.
So sluggy start, but
yeah,
we're picking it up.
And we are still missing so many guys on defense, and I respect it that we're not just gonna rush them back for these games. Do I want to see them play and see us shut everybody out and hold them to 50 yards? Hell yeah. Every single game. That's what I want. But I also respect it because we need y'all when Big Ten play come out. When we start playing them heavy hitters and them big boys, we go to Penn State,
they don't play.
I'm going to need y'all. I'm going to need all y'all on the field healthy or at least 75%. You can play over 75%. I don't give a damn who you are. So it'll be interesting. I'm not worried about it. It's another game. Like I said, this week's a 40-point spread. I will not be betting on the boys this week because they have let me down every single week with taking the spread, which don't make no damn sense. But you shouldn't be betting on your boys anyway. So I'm learning. I already knew, but here we are. It don't matter. So then we'll jump in. We're gonna jump in. We're gonna touch a little bit on the hot topic of the week. Last Saturday night, Mel, what happened, player? What happened? Mel Tucker, man.
Bro.
So rumors, allegations come out about him having an affair, if you will, with somebody that was part of
an advocacy for like sexual abuse. Advocacy for going around the country to speak to women about that and everything like that. And it's not a good look to have at all.
And I was having discussions with multiple people this week. Do I think she's trying to just expose him and railroad him? 100%. But guess what? Mel? You should have knew that when you got $95 million offered to you and got in the spotlight. And you gotta get your hand out the cookie jar. And how crazy, I try to think about it, right? From a person perspective, a man perspective, right? You have a wife of 20 years, 2 kids, and you just got offered generational wealth. $95 million is what they offered you. You are in year 3. No,
all the way.
Year 4. Will it be, I think that once everything settles, I don't think they're going to have a choice but to fire him. And it's so nobody knows the truth with this whole situation, right? What's going on? There's so many reports coming out now that one of the trustees from Michigan State had caught wind of it because this was filed a long time ago, and they reported it to the media because they want him gone.
Exactly.
So this is about to get messy. That boy ain't just gonna walk away. Not a chance. There's no way he just says, "Okay, you got me." All right, I'm out.
Yeah. It's gonna be a snowball effect that he ain't gonna even know what to do with.
And the first hearing isn't until October. That's a month away. So they got to sit through all this. He's suspended till did they even give how many games?
I think it's I'm assuming it's maybe indefinite
until they figure it out.
Yeah, until you figure it out, he ain't coming back on the field. I think that's what's going down. Yeah,
so Tuck was coming, but Tuck wasn't coming to the games. Tuck was coming other places that he shouldn't have been. And see, we're okay with doing a little cussing on here, but I try not to use the F word. I almost used it right there. What is you thinking, player? You are getting accused of jerking off on the phone. Mel, what happened? What happened? Tuck coming.
Tuck coming.
And
see you later. Bye.
Yeah, it's funny to me. It's not funny. I take that back. This is a serious issue. These are serious allegations.
Yeah.
Do I think somebody's trying to get paid? I kind of do. But that's not up for me to decide. So we'll see how that breaks down. It's fun. It's the there ain't too many Spartan fans that are really backing them at this point. So we'll see how it shakes. We'll see how it shakes out. They got Washington this week at home. There are some fun. You Spartan fans crack me up. Everybody's so hyped. But D'Antonio's coming back. Y'all wanted D'Antonio up out of here so fast because he was terrible. Now y'all so happy he's coming back. So it's going to be fun to watch this weekend. I think Washington hangs a 40 piece on them just because Michael Penix is the truth. But don't take me for betting. I ain't won nothing yet this year. So that is what it is. So, and then we'll jump in, man, to hype. The Lions hype for the home game this week. Blue ski mask sold out on Amazon.
Everywhere.
Sold out. I think it's going to be interesting to see. I seen a highlight the other day on, I think it was on TikTok, to where back in the day they were at the Silverdome and the ref had to tell the fans to quiet down because they couldn't hear the plays. Or like get stuff called. They literally called time to tell the fans they needed to quiet down. I think it's about to be lit in there on our Sunday, man.
Man, the unveiling of the villain mask is going to be the villain mask is going to be nice.
And not to mention, we didn't make the playoffs last year off of Seattle losing, so we got something to
Revenge
prove.
game.
Like, damn,
I see a double digit win.
Double digits, huh?
Yeah, like a two touchdown.
This is why I don't gamble on the Lions too often, because like that's one of the. I mean, last year Geno was a top quarterback in the NFL with DK, the run game, Kenneth Walker. They picked up Zach Charbonnet this year, ex-Michigan boy. I see you out there.
JSN
Zach Charbonnet
now.
And then Smith and Jigba, JSN. So I mean that offense is sick. The defense is still, their secondary is very good. I think it's going to be a great game. I don't remember what the line is on the game.
I think it was 4.5 for the Lions.
4.5 to Detroit.
Yeah.
I mean, we're favorites, which is awesome and crazy at the same damn time.
We're going to be favorites every game from here on out, bro. You better get used to it. If we ain't playing the Chiefs or the Eagles, we favorites.
No. I ain't gonna say nothing about that. I'm gonna take it. I think we obviously get the W. It's at home. It's gonna be too live in there on Sunday. It's gonna be crazy. I can't wait to just listen to it on TV to see how loud it gets. But I can't imagine what the atmosphere is gonna be like in that stadium. Y'all see it in the background. It's gonna be all blue. I want to see. Honestly, they were talking about it on 97.1 today, about how many masks do you think we're really going to see in the stadium? I mean, it's kind of funny. Like, I can't wait to see it, man. I'm hyped.
I know. I'm going to the game, to the Atlanta Falcons game. So that's week 3. So I'm expecting to see something like that. And I think I might pick one up myself and have one be out there with the family.
Hey, good luck finding one out here. Apparently, you can't find them anywhere, especially in Michigan.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, they.
Hey, you just got to find one of them hood beauty shops. You know the hood beauty shop. They have all the hats.
Go to the gas station. Yeah, just go to the gas station.
All the hats.
A couple holes out.
Hey, that's where I used to get. When I lived out in Ipsy, I used to go down to the beauty shop to get the winter hat with the brim. What color you want? You get 2 for $5. Them boys that have your forehead scratching, but you know what? You look clean,
crispy.
So yeah, man, it's gonna be exciting. Lions are on at 1:00 kick. Seattle Seahawks 4.5-point favorites.
This is the Let Gibbs Loose breakout game. We got a little teaser from him on last game, but Dan Campbell said we're gonna let him loose now. So it's gonna be interesting to see what he can do.
No, 100%. I agree with the Gibbs thing. I'm trying to see. I thought I saved a picture. Let me see if I can find this real quick. I want to see what he could do. I didn't. Oh yeah, I did right here. So it's funny because I seen somebody, I don't even, it's one of these Lions groups I follow. You know how them go. People don't even know what they're talking about or never even strapped up or done any type of sport. But they were talking about, wow, you waited in the draft and then took a running back that early and then only gave him 6 carries. So I'm gonna give you this little stat that was posted the other day. Um, Jahmyr Gibbs had 7 carries in his first game. So some other great running backs in their first appearance, Jonathan Taylor is the leader. 9 carries. 9 carries in his first game. Brees Hall, superstar, second round.
Second round.
6 carries in his first game as a rookie. Derrick Henry, only 5 carries in his first game as a rookie. ETN had 4. Kenneth Walker had 4. Nick Chubb only had 3 carries in his first game. So I'm not worried about that at all. That's one of those things to like, this is the NFL. This ain't Bama. This ain't the SEC. Let's get a feel. But man, that boy is so filthy. But David Montgomery was a dog too.
Man, and they said that he was about to break a broken tackle record just from that one game alone, and how he's projected to break
from 1 carry
over 100. Yeah, over 100 broken tackles.
Hey, you see the highlight where he hit my man with the double spin though? I think I sent it to you where like he hit him and the dude spun like you. I was like, oh boy, that's filthy. So yeah, I'm pumped about that. And there's one other story I forgot to mention with the Michigan game, man. I don't know if you watched this or not. It was a very good feel-good story. I got to share it. So JJ McCarthy was best friends, played high school with one of the linemen. It was his lineman in high school. And then dude was a DN at UNLV. Unfortunately, he passed before the season started from some random out of nowhere heart condition, right? As they're calling the game, they are talking about it. They show the 47 on his hand.
Yeah.
He drops back while they're still talking about it and throws a 47-yard touchdown pass.
Isn't that crazy?
Dog, I had chills.
I got chills right now talking about it.
Hey, it was so wild. I couldn't believe it. Could not believe it. That is not a coincidence.
That's like the Kobe event when I think something happened that the shot clock was 8 and 24 on the clock or whatever.
24.8 left or something like that. Yeah. That was I wanted to share that in the Michigan one, so I apologize. I slipped up on that, but I'm still sharing the story. That was an amazing moment. That was awesome. That's something I'll always remember. Just the call alone, you could tell the announcer after he said it, and then he said it again, you could hear his voice crackle. I'm like, hey, I feel you on that. So that was cool. That was cool. So we decided to add some things to the show. We're gonna do pick'ems every week, and then we're gonna keep track. We'd love for y'all to follow along with that, and even chime in, give us your picks, or who you think's gonna be the champ. We'll have some type of at the end of the season. Me and Lou are gonna set up some kind of little bet because I don't know, he ain't no Swami over there. He thinks
at the end of the season we shave our beard. Whoever loses has to shave the beard off.
Hey, dog, that's not fair because your shit don't connect.
I mean, I can't do the hair because your shit's already gone. So I mean, I gotta.
Oh, you want to talk? Fair. Hey, we gonna talk about them bangs, or we gonna talk about? I know you. Hey, slide them bangs to the right a little bit. Let me see that 5 head. I know you ain't talking over there.
Move the light out a little bit. It's too shiny.
Hey,
I can't see.
I know you trying to line up something that ain't got no line, player. I know you ain't talking. You over there holding on for dear life with that Jerry Rice over there.
But yeah, definitely, we're gonna keep track of it, and throughout the season, we're just gonna, see how we do and just kind of keep track and see who actually has, the better average at the end of the season.
Yeah, so we're gonna do 5 games every week. We're gonna do between college and pro, pick 5 games, and then we both get to pick our own game for dog of the week, where we take an underdog. It has to be at least 7 points or more when picking that dog of the week. So first game on the board that we're gonna do our picks with, we'll do Baltimore versus Cincinnati. Man, the spread matters. Who you taking? At Cincinnati, Baltimore, Cincy, Burrow, Lamar matchup.
So I am going to take the actual favorite in this game, which would be the Bengals. I see that after that horrible game that they displayed
Yeah.
in last game, they're not going to go 0-2 to start the season. And, with the J.K. Dobbins injury, they may not, the Ravens may just kind of be a little bit more sluggish than, last game, which they should have blown out the Texans a little more than what they did.
Yeah, I agree.
So
That was
I feel like maybe the Bengals might. All right, we didn't even score a touchdown. We're about to put up a 30 ball, on the Ravens.
I'm hitting the boo button so we can boo your pick. I'm taking Lamar, man. It's
Okay.
the first game. I like this. I like
Hey,
this.
I
We're
like
not gonna
this.
pick
I
the
like
same
this.
pick. I like the Ravens on the road. Cincinnati looked god awful last week. Granted, Cleveland played absolutely phenomenal on defense, but I also think that Baltimore's defense is up there as well with Cleveland and what they can do on defense with their rush stop, all that. I think they can get pressure on the quarterback. I think with J.K. Dobbins being out, they brought in that new offensive coordinator, and they're supposed to be opening up the offense to throw it more. I think you see that this game. I think Lamar has a huge game. I think we get something out of OBJ and all them receivers they got lined up. They got Bateman's back. Flowers is out there balling. Mark
Odell.
Andrews didn't really do much the first game. So I think that offense goes out there and covers the 3 points and gets the W.
All right, that'll be an interesting one to put on the board.
Yeah, I like it already. We're already disagreeing to disagree, which is great. So the second game we got on there, we got Jacksonville, Kansas City at Jacksonville. Kansas City is a 3.5 point favorite.
I am going with the Jacksonville Jaguars at plus 3.5, and the Chiefs will go down 0-2 to start the season.
You think 0-2?
Yes, they will. It's going to be a great game. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. But the Jags this year, I think they're going to be a top-notch playoff team. I see them 11, 12 wins this season too. So, I got the Jags taking out the Chiefs and actually, knocking it to them. I think I see them like by a touchdown. That.
So this one was hard for me to even think about. I've gone back and forth probably 300 times just in my head. I think it's huge with Kansas City getting Chris Jones back. That is a game changer in himself. Jacksonville just looked so damn good, man. Trevor looked good. ETN looked good. Calvin Ridley looked like he ain't even leave the league. He just came out and balled. But it's going to come down to Kelsey being what he could be. So he's still questionable. He was limited at practice today. I read that. So it's hard, man. I think it's going to be a close game.
Yeah, he's going to be a game time decision.
Yeah.
And if anything lingers on, it's more leaning towards the Jags.
Or they might put him on a snap restriction where hey, let's see what happens. Let's get you 10 snaps real quick. Let's test it and get you back out there. As bad as, it was a good game. I shouldn't say as bad because they played good. We're just Detroit. And, we got the ski mask way. We coming in like 50, G Unit 50 wearing the ski mask. We coming to Debo, everybody. But we ain't going to talk about the Lions. Gosh darn it, man. I'm already going back to trying to make my change. I'm going to stick with the Chiefs. I'm going to stick with Patty Mahomes. So we're going to go against each other again. I think Chris Jones being back is massive because that D-line looked really good against the Lions without Chris Jones, and you put Chris Jones in, that he demands a double team. If you don't double team Chris Jones, somebody's getting hurt. That's all there is to it. It's just the way the cookie crumbles. Golly. Speaking of bumble, damn. So I'm gonna go with the Chiefs on that one.
Okay. Right.
I think they cover the spread. I think they win. The spread is what was holding me up because I think it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be a shootout, but I think it's going to be a close game. I'm going to stick with Kansas City in the points. So we're head to head on both. I love it. And then we're going to have 2 college games as well. The first college game that we decided to pick, Tennessee at Florida in the Swamp. Spread was, where did it go?
-6 for Tennessee.
Tennessee was 6.
Yeah. I am going to take Tennessee with the spread. I just
Taking
feel
Tennessee.
like they're a better team, and Milton is the better quarterback out of those 2 teams here, and I feel like he's going to put up a lot of points. So I feel like they're going to cover the split plus some.
Hey, he said plus some though. I do not trust in Joe Milton yet. I don't think there's a reason he left. He hasn't had a big game yet. They haven't dominated against subpar teams. They always play bad at Florida. I love that we are 3 games. This is our 3rd pick. Yeah, 3rd pick in, and we're going to disagree again.
Hey.
I like Florida and the Swamp. They did get the transfer, I think it was from Wisconsin, Graham Mertz, at quarterback. I think he has a coming out party against Tennessee. I think Tennessee is very good. I just don't believe in them yet. I don't think what they were last year. Hendon Hooker was putting up numbers. They lost a lot on offense. They struggled last week. They were 48-point favorites, and they only won by 24 or something like that. So I'm going to stick with Florida on that one. So that is my pick on there. It's hard to play at the Swamp, whether you're good or not. Playing in that stadium is tough.
It is.
And then the next college game we got was Mississippi State and LSU. LSU is a 9.5-point favorite at Mississippi State.
Yep. And I am going with the favorites in this one as well. I am taking LSU. I think they dominate and beat Mississippi State handedly, double digits. I'm thinking maybe like 14, 17-point win.
Yeah, man, you only get 9.5. Just take the points and be happy. He said 14, though.
Yeah, I feel like Mississippi State struggled with Appalachia. I forgot what team that they struggled with, but I just feel like I'm sorry. We're talking about LSU and Mississippi State, correct?
Yeah.
I just feel like LSU's the better team. I just feel like they're going to put up a lot of points, even though Mississippi hasn't played anybody.
Right.
LSU played the better schedule. They got 1 loss, but they played the better team, and I think they're going to come out there and put it to them.
Yeah, I hate Brian Kelly with a passion. I can't stand the guy. I think he's a scumbag. I don't like him. I can't take LSU. I think LSU wins, but I'm taking the 9.5. That's a lot of points against a really good defense. Mississippi State's offense isn't phenomenal, but LSU hasn't shown me anything yet. I think they have a lot of talent, but they haven't really put a full game together since last year. The first 2 games have been suspect. And they got mollywopped last week against Florida State. That was embarrassing. But I think they get the W. I just don't think they cover the spread. I think it's going to be a lot closer than 9.5. So I'm going to take Mississippi State on that one. Okay. And then our 5th game that we got is the Monday Night Football. We got the Steelers and the Browns. Steelers are dogs. So Cleveland's a 2.5-point favorite at Pittsburgh Monday night.
I will pick the Cleveland Browns to put the spanking on the Steelers. I just felt like the way the Steelers looked last week versus the 49ers, they looked like shit. Yeah. They couldn't even pick
his small hands.
He couldn't even do nothing with 49ers. And Cleveland shut down the Bengals last week. And I think they got a better offense than, but
Why my man Myles Garrett do the crossover coming up to the line and then did the crossover move though, gave him the and got him though.
He's a basketball guy.
Yeah, I know. But you ain't never seen nobody cross somebody up on the line like that. Told him what he was gonna do. Did it.
He big swole too. He big swole.
Man. So I'm with you on that one. I'm gonna take Cleveland as well with the points. Steelers defense is great. Yeah, I think the Steelers defense is great. I think it'll be a fun game to watch. For Monday night, I'm excited to watch it just for that battle aspect of it. I think Cleveland's defense is way too strong. I think Pittsburgh offensive line is trash. So I think Myles Garrett and that D line and them linebackers have a field day. Najee looked average, not even average, under average, subpar at best. Yeah, I think Cleveland covers handedly in that on Monday night at Pittsburgh and gets the dub. So I love that one as well. So we only got agreed on one of the 5, and the other 4 so I'm gonna start out with a pretty big lead on you. This could get embarrassing for you, dog.
Man, I'm about to go 5-0. Shit.
It's gonna be embarrassing. And then who is your dog of the week? We still got a 6 game here. So who is your dog of the week? Has to be over 7 points. Who covers and comes out with a big W? And this can be college or pro, y'all. We're gonna do dogs of the week. Any game we can find where there is a team over 7-point dogs that's gonna come in and get that W. Who are you rolling with? You want me to go first, or you got yours?
Yeah, let me go first because it could be the same one you got. You know, I am going with Minnesota over the North Carolina.
Over North Carolina.
I feel like Minnesota is going to pull the upset. The upset or the spread right now is 7.5. I feel like
that's a good one, man. I like that. That's not
UNC. UNC went into overtime versus Appalachian State, double overtime. With the Appalachian State beat them by 6. I feel like Minnesota can keep it close, and
at North Carolina too.
At North Carolina to get within that spread, at least within that spread.
So they got to win by 8. You know that, right?
They gotta be within 7. I'm taking Minnesota.
You don't no. You don't get to pick your own spread, player. You got to find a team with the spread and pick them. You don't get to come out here and just say 7 points. I'm taking School of the Deaf and Blind. Come on now. This would have got you escorted out of Vegas.
Yeah, 7.5 Minnesota.
So they got to win by 7.5. How you get a half point in football?
Oh, yes.
You don't. You got to get 8. So
exactly.
So mine is, even with the injury, the ankle gone, disappeared, Achilles. I'm taking Jets and 9 points. 9 points is a lot to see. Like, Dallas look awful. I think Dak has a way bigger game than he did this previous game or this previous week. But that Jets defense is the truth. I don't see them beating the Jets by 9 points, even without Aaron Rodgers. Even with Zach Wilson calling it, that defense is too much. That defense is the truth. So I'm going to take the Jets and the 9 points, and that's my dog of the week. I think that they can get it done. That game it's a 4:30 game, so that'll be good. So yeah, that's my dog of the week.
No, I feel like they'll keep it close. I mean, with Zach, we got to talk about Aaron Rodgers. I mean, now that you brought up the Jets, man.
Hey, that's what you get, A-Rod.
Man, I feel bad for him, man. What? Is this the end of his career?
Hold on. Detroit, I apologize for my co-host. That's some bullshit. That's some bullshit right there. He talking about wearing the ski mask, going to the Lions game next week. Talking about, I feel bad for Aaron Rodgers. He hurt himself and left like a bitch when he left Green Bay and acted like a child, wouldn't even help out Jordan Love to teach him. Now he's just fucking the best teacher in the world with Zach Wilson. That dude fake as hell. Oh, discount double check ass. I hope he stub his toe during recovery, catch turf toe, and then roll his other ankle. Is what I'm hoping for. Aaron Rodgers. I don't like Aaron Rodgers at all.
That's fair. That's fair.
I hope he loses toenail. I hope his Achilles doesn't heal right and his foot looks messed up by the time he gets better, and he's gonna wait till next year before he's got to actually retire. That's how I feel. Don't get me on Aaron Rodgers.
But yeah,
take
man, he's out.
Take that jersey off. Talking about you feel bad for Aaron Rodgers.
But I feel like Zach Wilson is not ready yet, and the season for the New York Jets is pretty much wrapped up.
Yeah, and I mean,
it only took 3 snaps.
But they don't need Zach Wilson to be the guy. That's the thing, right? Like,
no, yeah,
they got Dalvin Cook and Breece Hall, run the ball. All I need you to do is be an average quarterback. That's it. Maintain the game. Let the defense win. So that's too many points against a top tier defense for me. That's why I took that. So we'll leave that at that. Since we got an Aaron Rodgers fan, y'all, I didn't even know we had an Aaron Rodgers fan on the show. We would have contemplated putting him on the shows with all that.
I didn't say I was a fan. I just felt bad for the guy, man.
Oh, discount double check ass. So yeah, man, that's episode 3. We appreciate y'all, man. We are grinding. We're trying to get better, man. We want to keep hearing the feedback from y'all. I think we're gonna have some guests on soon. Maybe next week, maybe the week after. We're trying to line some things up, get some people on here, have some fun with us. Please follow, like, share, comment, check us out. We're gonna be on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, you name it. We'll get it uploaded everywhere. If you guys got any questions, reach out. If you want to be on the show, please reach out to either Lou or me. Just make sure when you send a message to Lou that you say discount double check with the message, just so he knows who it's coming from. But man, we appreciate y'all, man. Keep tuning in. We coming. Detroit versus everybody. The scheme ass way. We here. We appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all next week, man.
Episode 3, baby.